I never once thought what is currently happening with this transfer portal stuff would happen, but here we are, and the bad side of it is coming out. We're seeing the domino effect, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that's not so good for this portal. A lot of you watching this video, you're not going to remember this because a lot of you weren't here when I said it. There were some people, but not a lot. We've gained so many new subscribers from the point of where I said what I said up until now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what in the crap are you talking about? When the transfer portal officially opened up and started about 3 years ago, I said this, and I remember it like it was yesterday. You're going to see a lot of positives. However, just like anything in this life, you're going to see a lot of negatives. I remember saying that so vividly. Flash forward in time, here we are in 2022. I don't think anybody, I think most people thought the transfer portal would be big, but not quite this big. It's flat out ridiculous. And at the time, I think everybody was in favor for it, but here was the one, and I mean the one big question. Everybody had the same question. Are the positives going to outweigh the negatives? That's how you view everything in life. Whenever you're making a big decision for your family, or just in your everyday life, you're taking a risk, you look at the positive to negative ratio. Here we are though, it's 2022, and that unanswered question we had in 2018, 2019 about the portal, it's still unanswered. There is still a lot of mixed feelings and mixed emotions about it. I'd say it's about 50-50. Half of the people like it, half of the people don't. Ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, there is currently something happening in the transfer portal that is ongoing, and I never saw it coming. And oh yeah, by the way, I'll just leave it at this for now. It ain't good. It goes without being said, we've got a lot, and I mean a lot to talk about. I am so excited to get into this video. Hope you guys are excited as well. Real quick, we are on the road to 250,000 subscribers before Christmas, and we are right at it. We are under 3,000 away. Let's try to see if we can get slightly closer. Thank you to all the new subs. Hope you are enjoying the college football content. That's what we're about, and we're building one amazing community over here. I love college football, and it's so nice and just so surreal that we can build a community of people that also love it. All right, Matt, shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, man. I feel like it was Thanksgiving 3 to 4 days ago. Here we are. Christmas is in a week. Matt, shut the crap up. Talk about football. All right, sorry. Let me show you this I got presented for y'all, or I'm going to present to y'all. This is eye-opening, not just for fans like me and you, but this should be eye-opening to the players entering the portal. I'm going to read it off to you word for word. In the 19, which is 2019 through 2020 academic cycle, 4,757 football prospects entered the portal, and 1,788 found a new home. Doing some simple math, you can look at those numbers and go, yeah, that's not a good percentage. That's less than 50%. And to be more specific, it's actually 38% of prospects who entered the portal, they found a new place. Fast forward in time to 20 through 2021, 6,250 players entered the portal, and only 2,500, a little bit more, 2,575 if you want to be a nerd, they found a new home, which comes out to a grand whopping total of 41% of the players who enter the portal, they found a new place. Fast forward in time into 2021 to 2022, 8,200 football players entered the portal, and nearly 3,300 found a new home. Same number, 41%. And in total, if you put all those numbers together, in the last 3 seasons, 19,217 football prospects entered the portal, and 7,695 found a new home. 40%. Interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that number. When you think about it, that's a terrible number. And we got a great sample size. We got 3 years of analytics. Only 40% of these players going into the portal, they're going to find a new home. You can argue all you want, but that's the numbers. That's the analytics. Numbers don't lie. And here's what really hit home to me, and it's just how I rationalize things. Imagine just look at 10 players that have entered the portal. Think about this. Only 4 of those are going to be playing at a new school. At least for me, when I look at it from that perspective, it's eye-opening. Because I think all these recruits, they go, oh yeah, well, it's not working out at Texas A&M, or it's not working out at Alabama. I'm going to just go to a different school and it's going to be sunshine and rainbows. But in reality, that's not the case. Think about it. Texas A&M has 20 players in the portal right now, and going off of these numbers, only 40%, they're going to be at a new place. You can say what you want. You can feel how you want. You're entitled to your own opinion, and that is perfectly fine. Most people have the same argument, and I agree with it. Nowadays, players don't go through adversity. They don't have to fight trying to get that starting spot. If they're in a situation that gets them upset, they cry about it and go, oh yeah, well, I'm leaving. And I agree agree with that 110%. That is a downside, but you're also going to have players that go, man, this situation's not working out. I'm going to go to a new college that gives me a legit shot and opportunity, and yeah, they're the next Joe Burrow. Like I said, it comes down to this. Do the negatives outweigh the positives? You're going to see examples of Joe Burrows. You're going to see examples of Jalen Hurts where they go to a new school, and it's perfect. But, and I have a big but, for every Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow, you got about 20 other guys where it didn't work. I mean, that's just the cold hard truth, and we don't talk about those guys because they fall off the face of the earth. With all that being said, you better get you your drink, popcorn, snack, whatever you like to eat when you watch a video, because we haven't even gotten to the bad stuff. What I'm about to get into is the bad side of the transfer portal. The really, really, really bad side. I'm going to read you off this tweet. It got over 8,000 likes. We're entering an era of college football where the transfer portal is more important than high school recruiting. Crazy times. Oh, when I saw that, I said, hold on. Wait a minute. Check out this reply. 1 to 3-star guys out of high school who would have gotten opportunities to develop in the past now have much less of a chance. Problem that nobody's talking about. Not only has the transfer portal changed the entire landscape of college football, it's changed the entire landscape of recruiting. Back in the old days, and it's crazy we even got to call this the old days, 5 to 10 years ago when you're recruiting, you're not recruiting guys out of the transfer portal because they got to sit out a season. You're recruiting high school kids only. But now we'll just use Nick Saban as an example, Deion Sanders. They're not even just looking at high school kids. They're more so looking at the transfer portal and picking out who they want. And to be honest, the transfer portal players are kind of better than high school guys because number one, they're mature. They've already been in the weight room. They already know the college system and lifestyle. I mean, a lot of times it is going to be a better fit. It is going to be a better player. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather have an 18-year-old linebacker who's kind of skinny, he hasn't been with the team, he's never played at the college level, or a 21-year-old linebacker who's played college football for 3 years, they're big, muscular, and they're ready to go? You don't even have to put them into the weight trainer or whatnot. They are ready to play, make an instant impact. And I just thought of this. This is a great example. No. It is a perfect example. Last year, or heading into this season, Alabama, they had a void. They had a missing piece at the running back position. Nick Saban needed a new running back. And yes, he did recruit some 4- and 5-star running backs, but they weren't ready. So you know what he did instead? He said, let me go in this transfer portal and find the best running back and just let him be my starter. And that's what happened with Jahmyr Gibbs. And guess what? Jahmyr Gibbs was Alabama's best running back by far this season, and he was one of the best running backs in the country. It was an immediate impact, and that is one of the great things for these coaches in the portal. Instead of hoping that this 5-star recruit cannot flop and pan out, you can just go get a guy that's already proven himself. There wasn't even an if, and, or but if Jahmyr Gibbs was going to be good at Alabama because we already saw what he could do at the college level. And at this point in time, it's almost a safer bet, a safer pick to get a guy out of the portal that's played a couple of years and proven himself. Just like this comment says right here, it's what I'm harping on. It seems like having a high recruiting class doesn't matter that much anymore because teams can just get guys through their portal to fill the holes they need. Can't dumb it down any more than that. That's what Bama did in the offseason. Nick Saban and Bama didn't just pick up Jahmyr Gibbs. They also had a hole at the wide receiver position. So you know what they did? They said, hey, let's just go take Georgia's best wide receiver in Jermaine Burton. Now, granted, Jermaine Burton's had one of the most disappointing seasons I've ever seen for a Bama wide receiver. That's besides the point. The point is, you can just steal players and fill holes here and there. Whereas 5 to 10 years ago, you had to go recruit high school kids and hope they panned out. It's a different ball game, and now this is hurting high school kids because they're not getting recruited as much. And it all goes back to this. These head coaches, it's just a safer bet, a safer pick to pick a guy who's already played at the D1 Power 5 level for 2 years. Why would any of these head coaches prefer a 3-star recruit linebacker who's really skinny and he's not quite ready yet? You don't want to believe me or take my word for it? Well, check out this tweet. And by the way, giving you some context, this is a college basketball coach. He's talking about basketball in the transfer portal. Oh, wait, my bad. This is a high school basketball coach, but you get the point. He's not even talking about college football. He tweeted out, the transfer portal really hurting the recruitment of high school kids right now. ... Matt, why do you say ... You don't got to say it. Whatever, you get the point. It all goes back to this, and I'll give you 2 other great examples. There's thousands of them, but these just come to my mind. Oklahoma last year, when they lost Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley, and it seemed like a crap show, they didn't have a quarterback because they lost Rattler too. They had no idea what they was going to do at the quarterback position. So instead of going after a high school kid, in which they did, and giving him the tough test to be in the Oklahoma starting quarterback, They just went to the portal and got Dillon Gabriel. Why did they do it? Because it's less risky. We saw him play at UCF. We know he can be a good college quarterback. But with a high school kid, you really don't know until they actually play at the college level. And nobody thinks about it. They just go, oh, well, Dillon Gabriel won the starting job. But it's deeper than that, because what happens is it takes away that starting job from a high school recruit. Same thing with Tennessee. They currently have not one but two transfer quarterbacks. Hendon Hooker transferred from Virginia Tech and Joe Milton transferred from Michigan. They didn't even recruit these guys out of high school. Well, they did recruit them, but you get my point. They didn't go straight to Tennessee. They got them out of the portal. Why is that? Oh, once again, goes back to this argument. It's less risky. It's a safer pick. And now what we're seeing is these high school kids, they don't even know what to do, even if they are a 4- and 5-star recruit. For example, look at USC last year. They weren't so good, so you probably had some 4- and 5-star quarterback recruits going, hey, I can probably go there and start right away. And then boom, out of nowhere, Caleb Williams, he transfers in. Nobody thinks about it, so what does that do for that 4- or 5-star quarterback recruit that was committed to USC? He goes, well, dang, now I can't go there. I got to go somewhere else. We're seeing the domino effect, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that's not so good for this portal. Yes, it worked out in USC's favor. It worked out for Caleb Williams, but some kid lost a quarterback position because Caleb Williams and the portal. I never once thought what is currently happening with this transfer portal stuff would happen, but here we are, and the bad side of it is coming out. The unanswered question we had 3 years ago when all of it was starting, it still remains unanswered. I want all of your opinions. Let me know down below. Is there more negatives with the transfer portal or more positives? You can make a legit case and argument for anyone, but